Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you want to see what I sold these past 2 weeks on Poshmark, definitely keep on watching. For those of you who might be new here, welcome to this channel. I'm a full-time working mom. I have 4 young children, and in my spare time, for whatever little I have of it, I do enjoy putting out YouTube videos on fashion, beauty, mommy lifestyle, in addition to my reselling experience on Poshmark. So if these kind of things sound at all interesting to you, please definitely consider checking out my other videos linked down below. And please also consider subscribing as well. I'm really trying to build this channel, and subscriptions totally help me out. So again, for today's video, I wanted to share with you all of the sales I made on Poshmark during these past 2 weeks. For those of you who might be interested in making your first purchase on Poshmark, definitely check out my referral link down below. It'll save you $10. It'll also give me a little bit of a kickback as well, so that I can purchase other items on Poshmark and expand my business as well. So I really appreciate all your support. For those of you who might be interested in hearing more about my cost of goods, just to remind you that I will be linking down below my recent haul videos. And in my haul videos, I tend to highlight the types of cost of goods I look at when I'm outsourcing. So without any further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this video. I will say that these 2 weeks actually were pretty good. For whatever reason, recently, I think I've been having one good week followed by one bad week. One good week followed by one bad week. And this kind of fit the trend again. The first week I had a pretty horrible week in terms of sales. And then the second week was one of my best weeks again. So for recently at least, it's been great doing these every 2-week videos, because overall over those 2 weeks I have one good and one bad, such that I have a decent amount of sales to share with you today. I'm going to be covering the 2 weeks that will go through the start of February 23rd, and then the second week is going to be that of March 1st. So going ahead and just jumping into my sales, the first sale I made was this pair of Lucy cropped black pants in a size extra small. It was just a very kind of nice wide leg, athletic wear, athleisure type of piece. It had zippers for pockets on the sides, just in pretty excellent condition. And I did decide to send a offers to likers offer out for $22. Shipping discount was $2.12. My Poshmark fees were $4.40, so my net earnings were $15.48. Again, I said before, I like Lucy. In the beginning, I used to purchase Lucy at thrift stores a lot more. Recently, I'm definitely more selective. I don't think it moves quite as well for me as it did before. So I definitely am more selective. These basic wide leg pants I thought were pretty classic style. Somebody definitely wanted them. So I did sit on these, however, for quite a bit. I'd say at least 6 months. So this is not the quickest flip overall, such that going forward, I definitely have to be selective in terms of what I pick up from Lucy. But I was really happy these sold. I mean, it's pretty classic style, so I was definitely happy about that. The next item was this beautiful Torrid floral print striped rib trim bomber jacket in a size 2X. I just recently picked this up. I'd say I only had it in my closet for a few weeks when it ultimately sold. And on this one, I did accept a best offer price of $28. Poshmark fees are $5.60. So my net earnings are $22.40. So this particular jacket, I just knew would do well. I think Torrid, as I've said before, for me moves relatively quickly. Not for a huge price point, but it definitely moves quickly, which is always nice. And when I saw this design, I thought it was so unique, perfect as we head into the spring months. So I just knew it would do well. It was a very lightweight type of knit jacket. So I was very happy to see this sell really, really quickly. The next item was my personal items from Bath & Body Works. It was a trio of products, and the fragrance was Into the Night, and it included a fragrance mist, shower gel, and body lotion. Of course, it was unused. And I did sell this because I received this in one of those bundles from the holidays, when you got some other things in the bundle as well for a discounted fee. So I used some of the other items. I just didn't need to use these. I just have a lot of other fragrances, so I decided that I wanted to resell this. So I didn't make really any money on this at all probably, but I was happy that it could go to a good home. I just have a lot of these lotions already at home, so I just knew I wouldn't use it. So ultimately, this bundle did sell for a best offer of $13. Poshmark fees are $2.95, so my net earnings were $10.05. So again, I don't intend to source and resell these types of Bath & Body Works or lotions. I think it's, at least for me, would be really, really hard to make a profit at all. But in terms of reselling my own items, I think this is a great platform to do it on. So I didn't make a whole lot of money. In fact, I probably lost money on this. But overall, I was happy to recoup some of what I invested in it. The next item was this pair of Timberland black leather riding boots in a size 7. So this particular boots were just beautiful. Timberland, as you know, makes very high quality outerwear type shoes, and this had a lug sole on it. There was some wear on the heel especially, which I disclosed, but overall still in really good condition. If you've seen my other videos, you'll see that I did haul this in one of my recent ThredUp shoe boxes, which I will link down below in case you're interested. So I was really happy when this sold. I'm always happy when ThredUp things sell because it's nice to kind of recoup some of what you invest into it pretty quickly. So this particular shoe was the first shoe, I believe, from that particular box that has sold so far. So I was definitely happy about that, and I did accept a best offer price of $40. Poshmark fees were $8, so my net earnings were $32 on these beautiful pair of boots. The next item that sold was this J.Crew Sadie black leather pointed toe boots in a size 7. So ironically, this is another ThredUp shoe that I did resell, and this one was for my second shoe unboxing. So this sold really quickly, I'd say in the matter of a week or so. So as you'll see in that video, I really wavered in terms of whether I wanted to keep it. I do fit a size 7. This is a gorgeous pair of classic black pointy toe boots. You just can't beat it. The leather was really supple and beautiful as well. So it took all the willpower in the world for me to decide to ultimately list this. I just really took a hard look at myself and knew that I had a ton of similar boots already, so I just couldn't keep another one. But this was a really gorgeous boot, and it did get a lot of attention really quickly, which I was happy about. There was a little bit of wear, especially at the pointy toe, and that's where we often get wear on with pointy toe shoes, of course, because you bang into things. It wasn't bad though. I had a pretty close-up picture listed there, but other than that, it was just really an excellent condition and for a beautiful leather made in Italy boot. So this particular boot, I did decide to accept the best offer price of $60. Poshmark fees are $12, so my net earnings were $48 on these gorgeous boots. The next item that sold was this Rock Revival Johanna Capri embellished jean in a size 30. And as you can see here, typical for Rock Revival jeans, just beautifully embellished. It had a flat pocket with a button, as you can see, with rhinestones, and there were no obvious flaws that I could tell at least. So just a really gorgeous condition. It was a crop style, so I wasn't sure how well crop jeans would do, but I know Rock Revival overall does really well. So I was happy to see this move along really quickly. I only had this for a couple of weeks, and it sold for a best offer price of $40. Poshmark fees were $8, so my net earnings were $32. And just another reminder is Rock Revival tends to have a pretty decent resale potential. Rock Republic, which I definitely find a lot more out there at thrift stores, not so much. So definitely be wary of Rock Republic, but Rock Revival, definitely keep your eye out for, and if you find one in good condition, I think it's definitely worth picking up. The next item was this beautiful Lilly Pulitzer V-neck argyle sweater in a size medium, and it was just classic Lilly in my opinion. The colorway was just classic Lilly. The argyle just can't be more classic than that. The colors were beautiful, so I was really excited when this ultimately sold. I did have it in my closet for a few months, however, and I got a decent amount of interest, but I just didn't have any buyers. But ultimately, I did decide to accept a best offer price of $28. Poshmark fees are $5.60, so my net earnings are $22.40 on this beautiful sweater. The next item was another attempt at retail arbitrage, and it was this beautiful Free People Haze heel boot in black leather. It was new with tag. I purchased this directly from Nordstrom to resell. So it was just, of course, in pristine condition because it was brand new. It came with a box, all the tags were included, all the stuffing, just directly purchased and resold. So this particular pair of boots does retail for $178. So these particular boots were a little bit of a risk for me because I definitely paid quite a bit for them because, again, they're retail arbitrage. However, I did realize that there weren't a lot available on Poshmark at the time, at least, and there was still a brand new style currently at that point listed on the Free People website. So I thought this was a good one to give a try to, and I was happy about it. It did sit in my closet, I'd say, for maybe 1 to 2 months, but that's not bad at all. I think that it moved relatively quickly, and I was really happy to see this move along relatively quickly. So I did accept a best offer price of $100. Poshmark fees are $20, so my net earnings were $80 on these pair of shoes. To be honest, I didn't make a whole lot of profit because, again, it's retail arbitrage and I paid quite a bit for these shoes, but I did make a decent profit. And more importantly, I just loved purchasing and researching these shoes because they were completely gorgeous. They weren't quite in my size, otherwise I definitely would have bought one for myself as well. In case you're interested, I do have a size 6 version of these listed in my closet now in a beautiful kind of brown mahogany type of color. But I thought the style was super trendy, great for a transitional period like this time of year. So just a really gorgeous boot. The next item that sold was this pair of Steve Madden Kyle black leather ankle zip booties, and it was in a size 7.5. So these boots, again, were just classic black suede boots by Steve Madden in excellent condition, very minimal wear, and you just can't go wrong with these kind of booties, just really year round, but especially in these transition periods like we're in now, I think they're extra convenient and versatile. So overall, I did accept a best offer price of $30. Poshmark fees were $6, so my net earnings were $24 on these beautiful pair of booties. The next item was this BDG light wash button fly skinny jean in a size 24. So I haven't recently picked up a whole lot of BDG jeans. However, as you'll see in my previous What Sold videos, I have sold a decent amount of them for whatever reason. They don't sell for a huge price point, and as you're aware, they are sold at Urban Outfitters. But because I think a lot of people like to shop at Urban Outfitters and know this brand, that may be one reason why they're looking for it. So I'm kind of changing my mind a little bit about BDG. In the past, I said I really wouldn't pick them up anymore, but I think I may change a little bit. I think I'm going to start picking them up again a little bit more, but again, they have to fit a lot of the more trendier styles. So this particular one was just that, the light wash, which is really cool, I thought, and then the button fly, and the rise was also relatively high as well, which made it extra appealing too. So because this was a trendier style, I picked it up. And going forward, that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to be more flexible in terms of BDG and not automatically pass it up. I think if it's trendy, I will consider it. This one did really well. So overall, this particular pair of jeans sold for the full asking price of $28. Poshmark fees are $5.60. So my net earnings are $22.40. So next item was this pair of Tom's tweed metallic slip-on loafers in a size 8. And this was in excellent condition. Oftentimes these Tom's loafers, they definitely show some wear just because they're kind of shoe that you just kind of beat up a lot and wear a lot. So for whatever reason, these definitely have a lot of wear usually. But this one was in great condition, and it was a beautiful tweed material, which is a little bit unique. It had the corduroy lining as well, which is a little different too. So these particular pair of Toms did relatively well. I did accept a best offer price of $19. Poshmark fees are $3.80. So my net earnings were $15.20 on these pair of Toms. If you'll see in my closet, I do have a fair amount of Toms listed, and Toms in general for me have sold. I've sold I'd say about 5 pairs of Toms over the past season, and that's pretty good. They do move relatively well and get some good attention. They don't resell for a lot, as you can see here, so you have to get them at a decent price. But if you can, I think there's definitely still interest in Toms out there, especially these more unique designs. The next item was this beautiful pair of Miss Me embellished signature bootcut jeans in a size 32, and this was absolutely gorgeous. This was one of my all-time quickest sales ever too. I sold this definitely in less than a week. I'd say probably in a few days of it listing, and it got a lot of attention in just a short amount of time. There were 22 likes, as you can see here, and just beautiful. As soon as I listed this, I did get an offer for $40, which I ultimately sold this for within an hour or so. So that was really going to be my quickest flip ever to date. However, I did accept it, but there was a payment issue. And isn't that always just so frustrating when you finally decide to accept an offer, you're excited about an offer, and then there's a payment issue. I was about to wrap this up, get it shipped out. I just listed it, so I didn't have to put in inventory. I was really excited about the quick turnaround time, and then there was a payment issue. So that person ultimately never came through with the payment for whatever reason. So I was kind of bummed about that, but this ultimately did sell for that same price a few days later, so all was good. But this was a beautiful pair of embellished jeans, as you can see here, and that's what Miss Me is known for. There were no obvious flaws, a beautiful wash with some intentional distressing. So just really gorgeous pair of jeans. And Miss Me in general does better the more blinged out it is, at least in my opinion. So this one kind of fit the bill for that. So this particular pair of jeans, again, I sold for $40. Poshmark fees were $8, so my net earnings are $32 on these beautiful pair of jeans. The next item that sold was this Adrienne Vittadini Peasant patent pumps, and it was new without tags. Just beautiful patent pumps and a perfect for the workplace, as you can see here. It had a really gorgeous gold tone metallic insert into the inside of the heel, as you can possibly see in these pictures. So it made it super unique, but also very classic for work. It was a block heel, which also made it comfortable to work in, and it was unused. So it was in a size 9, and I did have this item for quite a bit. However, it retailed for $110, so I thought I'd be able to sell it relatively quickly, but I have sat on this for over 6 months now. So ultimately, I did decide to accept a best offer price on these for $45. Poshmark fees were $9, so my net earnings were are $36. So I made a decent profit. I thought I would be able to sell this a lot quicker just because of the design, how classic it is and how perfect it is for work, and that it was unused. But I did sit on it for quite a bit. It could be because this brand potentially is not quite as highly sought after as other brands, but for a different reason, not bad. I mean, I don't mind sitting on something for 6 months if it sells for a decent profit like this did. So overall, I was definitely happy to see this move nonetheless. The next item was this pair of Hudson Colin Flap skinny jeans in a size 31, and this was a gorgeous pair of jeans. So I've said before that I have pretty good success selling Hudson, especially these Colin Flap type of styles. That's kind of the classic Hudson look, and this particular one was really in like new condition. So I was excited to come across this when I was out sourcing, and it also was in a decent size, which was 31. So ultimately I was excited to sell this for my full asking price of $54. Poshmark fees were $10.80 and net earnings were $43.20. So Hudson for me at least does well pretty much routinely, and especially these Colin Flap styles do extra well, so definitely be on the lookout for those. The next item was this Fabletics Black Whitney tee that was new with tags in black in a size large. And as you can see here, which is a really cute design, the pictures here just don't do it justice because you can see in here that there is a open work on the back. There's a cutout there, which is really cute. Otherwise, just a very basic black style of tank. It retailed for $35. And Fabletics is a brand of activewear that does okay. Definitely not as well as some of the other brands out there, but it definitely moves along, especially if it's new with tag or special like this one was. So ultimately, I did accept a best offer price of $20. Poshmark fees are $4, so my net earnings were $16 on this beautiful workout top. The next item that sold was this pair of Gymshark leggings. They were black, and I believe this was called the flex legging in terms of the style. It was in a size extra small. So I've said in some of my earliest videos how much I recently love to sell Gymshark, and this is a brand that I also really hadn't heard of, to be honest with you, before I started reselling on Poshmark. And because I knew these items started getting attention, I started paying more of a attention to them as well when I'm outsourcing and doing some research into the brand. So this particular line of activewear definitely has a strong following, at least here on Poshmark. And I definitely don't work out a lot on my own, so I don't know a whole lot of the different athletic wear brands besides the obvious, you know, Lululemon Athleta. So excited to learn more about Gymshark, and there definitely is a strong following. So far I've sold a handful of items from Gymshark, and they always move relatively quickly. So for instance, this pair of basic black leggings, which, you know, is pretty basic, nothing really special about, did sell, I'd say, within a couple of weeks. So another quick flip. So Gymshark always is a quick flip for me. The price points also are pretty good when you can resell them. So overall, this is a very classic black legging, really almost in like new condition. There wasn't any significant peeling or wear. Oftentimes on leggings, as you know, you have to be very careful about peeling or wear on them just because they're workout clothes, so people often use them quite a bit and there's some wear on them. But these look to be in excellent condition. So ultimately, these leggings did sell on an offers to likers offer for $36. Shipping discount was $2.12, and Poshmark fees were $7.20. So my net earnings are $26.68 on these particular pair of leggings. And the final item that sold during these 2 weeks was this pair of Clarks. It was called the Idella Kate Black Suede Leather Flats. It was new with tags, and the tags were all still on them, and it was in a size 10. So these type of easy slip-on shoes across any brand, I think, tends to still do very, very well. And part of it, I think, is just because, for the same reasons that I love these kind of shoes, is how versatile and convenient they are, because you can just leave them by your door, slip them on, and go. You don't need to worry about lacing up anything. You don't need to worry about socks even. They're just really easy slip-on shoes. So this was kind of fitting the bill perfectly for that. Again, it was brand new, a beautiful black classic style with a strap, kind of Mary Jane-ish look on the front. So it's hard to be more versatile or classic than this pair of shoes. So ultimately, I did accept a best offer price of $33. Poshmark fees are $6.60. So my net earnings are $26.40. So I made a decent profit on these, nothing really spectacular. Clarks in general is really hit or miss for me. I think that Clarks can move. However, I think I need to be a little more selective about the style. So these kind of styles that I like, this shoe is, definitely moves relatively quickly. I definitely have some other styles of Clarks in my closet where I'm sitting on for quite a bit, and I think it's just because the styles are maybe more older, more mature styles, and people in my closet may not be quite searching for those things. So going forward, I'm going to be a lot more selective about Clarks, but I think for the right type of style, Clarks still does really well. I think all of us, even if we don't want to admit it, always are looking for comfortable, work-appropriate shoes. It's hard to find those. Usually all the really trendy, cute shoes are not that comfortable. So if you can find a mix of comfort and style, that's always awesome. So, you know, it's hard to find. So Clarks, I think, sometimes fit the bill. A lot of their styles are more trendy now, but just be wary of kind of the older, more mature styles. I think those may not move quite as quickly. Okay, so there you have it. Those are all the sales I made for these past 2 weeks. So I wanted to show you all the sales I made so that you can see the ones that I made a decent profit on, but also the ones where I basically broke even on. And hopefully this kind of information can help you as you try to tailor your reselling business as well. If you have any questions about my experience on Poshmark or any of these particular items, please definitely leave them in the comments down below. Please, of course, check out my other videos and consider subscribing to this channel as well. I'd really appreciate your support. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I will plan to see you again in my next video. Bye!